Hello? In my previous video, I mentioned that I would try to explain at the end why it's important to master the subtleties of our native language and use it properly. Perhaps we can dedicate a bit more time to this subject in this video, because when setting out on a journey, believing in the necessity of that journey will form a shield against all the obstacles we might encounter, preventing us from giving up. This, in the truest sense, will make us human, because the person we envision, who strives to achieve, who takes every step with awareness and in line with scientific measures, who serves as a beacon of hope in society, must fit the definition of someone who, at the seemingly hopeless point of "I'm done," knows how to stand back up again and does everything they possibly can. For that, one must fully believe in this journey. And indeed, the fact that you're watching this video is proof, in my view, that you've made that commitment. However, there's a saying, repetition makes permanent. Accordingly, the more we repeat a topic, the more it will stick with us. Returning to the ability to use our native language, I think it's one of the greatest investments you can make for the future. This skill allows you, like a jeweler, taking an ordinary piece of metal and meticulously crafting it into a work of art, to process information and transform it within a logical framework into concepts, propositions, arguments, inferences, and conclusions, enabling you to interpret effectively. We'll explore data, knowledge, concepts, ideas, propositions, arguments, and interpretation more thoroughly in upcoming videos, lessons, so there's no need to worry if you aren't already familiar with these kinds of terms. You might find that these ideas remain somewhat abstract and don't stick in your mind. So let's look together at some examples of errors in language usage and logic. Consider, peppers are spicy. Life is also spicy. Therefore, life is a pepper. How fancy our conclusion sounds, right? Joking aside, without understanding the different meanings of spicy or bitter, this kind of inference isn't very good. How about this? If I look at the sun, my eyes will dazzle. Right now, my eyes are dazzled. Therefore, I must be looking at the sun. Do you think this is a correct inference? If we think carefully, might there be another reason for someone's eyes to dazzle? Or, if a baby is hungry, he cries. This baby is not hungry, therefore this baby will not cry. Perhaps the baby bumped his hand somewhere and wants to express discomfort. Couldn't that be possible? This next example is for those who love their siblings a lot. A. You hit your sibling's finger with a hammer. Where did you even find that hammer? B. But he broke my toy car first. Is your answer really a response to the question asked? Think about it, folks. The fact that your sibling broke your toy car doesn't justify treating them this way, nor does it answer the actual question. And for students taking exams, here's another example. Let's say John averages 68 correct answers out of 90 questions in his practice exams. Could we say that he should, while sipping coffee with his family, look at last year's results to find a list of schools where you can get in with 68 correct answers and start preparing to enroll right away? Listen to the explanation first. Then you can start preparing if you still want to. Last year's results might be one criterion, but if the science of statistics and the concepts within it, like standard deviation, mode, median, mean, are not just there for show, then for John, his family, and everyone thinking this way, I'm sorry to say, you might need to take a break from your leisurely coffee to do some more detailed research. There seems to be an illusion here caused by lack of information, doesn't it? Now it's your turn, dear parents. Should we take a look together at this very popular online shopping trend? How can we be sure a product is really useful and meets the seller's stated standards? Perhaps the rating is one criterion, right? So, should we immediately buy a product that has a 5-star rating? Be careful not to fall into an immediate misconception due to insufficient data. Think about it. Yes, ratings are a criterion, but what if only one person rated the product and that person was the seller himself. You're not still thinking about rushing to order the product based solely on that one rating, are you? Good. We need to look at user reviews. How many people have bought the product, the average rating, and the seller's overall score. But we also have to consider how many of those reviews are genuine. That's an important detail in today's world. In fact, this is precisely what I mean by digital data literacy. Breaking the assumption that every piece of news we see on social media is automatically true. It also means not meeting only 3 people from City A in our entire life, deciding whether all City A people are good or bad, just based on those 3 people, and making flawed generalizations like, they're all wonderful, or they're all terrible. It means freeing ourselves from social media illusions, where people appear overwhelmingly happy, and we try to live our lives like them. That's data literacy. Data literacy is about becoming aware of all manipulative actions we might not even realize, and gaining the capability to think critically about them. Of course, we could give more examples, but I'll stop for now. Unfortunately, our daily lives are full of examples like those above that push us to think illogically and try to manipulate us. Think about how much filling our subconscious with these faulty pieces of information can mislead and shape our lives. That's exactly why we're on this journey, so that we don't make such mistakes, whether we realize them or not, and so that those who do make them can't manipulate or mislead us. Later on, we'll have to convey our problems to artificial intelligence without making these logical errors and without letting it manipulate us. We're preparing for that too. Our class is not literature, but we will turn to these matters of language and logic when needed. Keep that in mind. Finally, I think it's worth repeating. We who decide to embark on this journey do not know everything. We will make mistakes. We will have shortcomings. Our reason for embarking on this journey, like you, is our quest to learn things that will broaden our horizons. So on this journey, you and we are one. Please don't forget that. Take good care of yourselves. See you soon.